on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're gonna be back to work on our 1966 Ford Mustang that we bought from the salvage auction. We do have some pretty exciting news. Our donor car should be here any minute, but in the meantime, we're gonna get back to work on this car. We still need to take some of stuff apart. We have the rear area is still kind of assembled. We have these panels that go right here and the entire trunk area. So let's go ahead and start disassembling everything back here. Hopefully we don't find more rust in the trunk area, but let's just go ahead and see. In the trunk area, and we do have some trash in here or some kind of seat or something. I'm not sure what that is right there. But it came with the car. Looks like a parachute or something. Let's go ahead and get everything out of here. What this is. That's gone, and we have some nice antifreeze right here. We can probably use that later. And some candy. Looks like the rats already took care of that. But just go ahead and get this entire area cleaned, and then we'll probably start taking all the parts off of it. Out of the trunk area, and it actually is looking pretty good in here. There's no rust at all. It looks like it was already restored. As you can see, everything is nice and black undercoated, and the quarter panels are also undercoated with some pretty strong undercoat. So I'm pretty sure they started restoring this car and they kind of quit halfway through. But now let's go ahead and probably start removing this deck lid right here. And it looks like an original part because look right here, we have the original sticker, unless that's a new one or something. I don't know about that, but let's go ahead and get this trunk off and we'll probably start taking everything off back here. So we got everything off in the back. We got the tail lights off, these little corner pockets, and the deck lid, and the bumper. Now we're gonna move on to getting this rear glass out. It's actually really easy. We did the front one, it was really easy, but that one was already cracked, so we're gonna have to be a little more careful with this one so you don't crack it. Basically just pull these moldings off. Really carefully. So we did get the window out and we did not break it, surprisingly, and we didn't find any more rust. There is like a little bit of surface rust in here, but nothing too major, unlike the front where it's a little rusted through. But that's gonna be really it on the back of this car. And we just got notice that the driver just brought our new 2015 Mustang. Let's go ahead and check it out. So the Mustang just got here, and check out the damage on this thing. It is insane. Somebody must have been going really fast when they did that. Just look at how bad that is. Let's go ahead and take a look inside. That is insane. Oh my goodness, that is crazy. Let's go ahead and do a little walk around the car and see what we got here. We got some good rims. All the rims do look like they're good. They're all holding air except one. But we also have some airbags under there. That's why the car is so low right now. So we're gonna have to try to air that up somehow. But the front end looks pretty good on it. As you guys can see, 5.0 motor. It looks like it is good. Nothing really too serious up front. But let's go ahead and go underneath and see what's going on under there. Wow, check that out. This thing is insane. I've never seen a car hit this freaking bad, but it does look like the engine is good. The mounts aren't broken off the engine right there from the transmission, although the oil pan is busted right here. But that's all right, it's looking pretty good. The only reason we bought this car is for the motor swap, so that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and try to get this thing unloaded. It is on the airbag system, but they did take the airbag system out of the car. So we're gonna actually try to manually air up every airbag. Here's the lines right here. So let's go ahead and air up all the airbags and try to get this thing off the trailer. So here's where the old compressor used to sit right there. I'm guessing they took it out, but we do have the lines right here. So we're gonna try to feed some air through there and see if this thing will lift up so we can roll it off. Check that out, we got the wheels aired up. Now there's clearance right here, so it probably should go ahead and roll off. So let's go ahead and try to get this thing off. We got the Mustang off the trailer. It was pretty hard. We aired up all the airbags, but surprisingly everything aired up really nice and it rolls pretty good. But now we're gonna try to get this thing inside. So let's go ahead and try to get this door right here off. We're gonna grab a Sawzall, cut the lock out from there and get this thing open. So we got the door lock cut off. Now we're gonna try opening this thing up. Let's see how we can do it. Come on. So we're actually going to use this fuller right here and a nice clamp from the frame, and we're just going to hook it up. Hopefully we can yank this thing off. So we got the door open, and check this out. You can actually push and steer the car at the exact same time. So let's go ahead and try to get this thing inside the shop. All right, guys, so we got the Mustang in, and we actually pulled it inside with this fuller right here. And the cool thing is we actually bought this thing from Copart 2 a couple years ago. This thing is like brand new. It has like 100 miles or something on the dash. Check that out, 107, or I'm pretty sure that's hours. Not sure how you change it. Oh, there we go. Oh, it has 400 miles, so it's still practically brand new, but we just use this thing to pull cars in and out of the shop, and it works amazing. But let's go ahead and do a little walk around of the Mustang. Let's see what we have up front. We have a couple good parts up here. We have like a good air cleaner, air box, so that's gonna be useful. And the radiator is bad. There's no fluid in there. I'm guessing it split somewhere down there. But the good thing is all the wiring up front seems to be good, which we will be using in our older Mustang, and all the braking system is good. We got the booster right there. and the ABS, and that's all also going into that car because we want to make that thing nice. And let's go ahead and check out the big brakes. That's gonna be perfect on the 66 right there. But now let's go ahead and check out some of the damage over here. Oh my goodness. Somebody was probably going really fast and they tried doing a drift or something, and either they hit a tree or a pole, or I'm not too sure, because look at that right there. That is just crazy. The amount of damage that is there is just insane. But the weird thing is, look at the airbags didn't even deploy on the dash or the steering wheel, which is, it's just mind-boggling after an accident this bad in the front and the side, and those airbags didn't deploy, so that's pretty weird. And also check this out, the seat belts are still good on both sides, so somebody probably wasn't wearing a seat belt in here. And also we have a manual transmission. The auction listing did say it was an automatic, so this is a really cool thing because I was planning on doing a manual conversion either way. And we also have a little navigation unit right here, but we'll try to get that turned on in a minute. Let's go ahead and see what else we have. We have both roof airbags are deployed. And there's not really much left of this car, really. Just both front and rear suspensions are good. Both subframes should be good. So we'll be using those on the other Mustang. This is probably the only good body part on this car is the deck lid. And this is the GT 50th year anniversary, which is pretty cool. And we also have some exhausts down here. They are Ford Racing. One of them's bent pretty bad, but maybe we can straighten those out. Well, let's go ahead and come to the passenger side. This quarter panel is also bad. It is absolutely destroyed, warped right here, all through here. I guess the metal stretched whenever it bent the entire frame of the car. And look at this. I'm pretty sure the firefighters did this right here when they were getting the person out of the car. Another crazy thing is there's no blood on any of the airbags, and this car was not listed as a biohazard. So hopefully the guy survived that was driving this. I hope he did. But let's go ahead and come to the front. Well, we already went over the front. Now let's go ahead and try to get the car on, see how much miles it has, because the listing also didn't say it had any miles, but I did do a Carfax, so it should have around 40,000. So let's go ahead and throw a booster box on that and try to get everything on inside. All right, let's see if this thing will turn on. Jumper cables on, jumper box. Turn this thing on. Check that out. We got the hazards on. Let's go ahead and see how much miles are on this thing. Check this out. And here's the key right here. I'm surprised that's in the car. Let's go ahead and turn this on. Oh man. 39,000 miles. That is awesome. That is pretty low miles for a 2015. And the navigation is working also. Let's go ahead and see if we get this thing turned on. There we go. Heck yeah, everything is working. So that means most of the wiring is not ripped inside the dashboard. So that's awesome because we're going to be swapping everything over into that 66. Sweet. All right, guys, so that is it on this 2015 Mustang. We have a lot of good parts like the airbag suspension, the engine, the transmission. We really got lucky with this thing because most of the people were saying that the transmission could have been bad, but we looked under there. Everything is fine under there. Now let's go ahead and check out the 66 Mustang. The plan for this car is to cut everything out of it. We're gonna cut the floorboards out of it. Both front frame rails off, and these aprons are all gonna be gone because we're gonna be putting the motor, the suspension, and the interior from that car into here. It's gonna be really cool because it's basically gonna be a 2015 inside. We're gonna do the push to start and everything. So we're gonna put all that in here, and we do have a lot of rust in there, as you can see. And it's really just not worth it to get new floor panels because I can just build some custom ones out of some sheet metal, and it'd be pretty cool learning experience because that's what I've always wanted to do, is build some custom car parts. But let's go ahead, and we are planning on doing a fastback conversion. We reached out to a couple of companies that are gonna work with us, so we're gonna cut everything off of here, do a full fastback conversion back there, and we're gonna do the IRS from the Mustang onto here with airbag suspension, and this thing is gonna be nice. And if you enjoyed today's video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, drop a like, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram at vTuned.